Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to NFL Talks with your host, Nolan Roberts. Now, today we're going to be talking about the first player to make the flex position truly known. Now, I just want to say these, the recent two videos I've made are absolutely blowing up. So if you haven't, seen it, go check it out. Bangers. Now, the player that made the flex position truly known. Let's get right into this. Lenny Moore. Played in the same era as Jim Brown, so he wasn't really talked about a lot. But he didn't put up, one of the same stat like other running backs did. Like, he didn't just run the ball, he didn't just receive the ball. He was both. That's what the flex position is all about. Now, Lenny Moore played for the Baltimore Colts from 1956 to 1967 and accumulated over 5,100 rushing yards, over 6,000 receiving yards, one of the very few players to get 5,000 of both, pairing that up with 63 rushing touchdowns and 48 receiving touchdowns. Also amassing 663 receptions and 4.8 yards per carry. Starting 118 games but playing 143. Still played in a 12 season, or should I say a 12 game era. So for the stats that he put up in those seasons, absolutely insane. And total was over 11,000 all-purpose yards and 111 total touchdowns, which he was, the third ever player with 100-plus touchdowns behind Don Hudson and Jim Brown. Pretty astonishing numbers that he got, and some awards that he got. And let's just talk about that. 7-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro, won the NFL championship 2 times, as well as making the All-Decade team for the 1950s. He was a 2 times total touchdown leader for the season. 6 seasons with over 1,000 all-purpose yards, 3 seasons getting over 1,300 all-purpose yards, and having 1 season with over 1,500, as well as having 5 seasons with 10 or more touchdowns and 2 with 15 or more, and getting a career high with 19. Also had 3 seasons with 7 or more yards per carry. Just getting 5 yards per carry is a nice stat to have, but getting 7 or more, that's like Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick scrambling quarterback numbers right there. 7 yards per carry a season is just astonishing. The best flex position in football right now, Alvin Kamara, is really only getting around 5 to 6 a carry, but 7, that's crazy. And from one little tenure that I want to talk about, 1957 to 1961. Now, within those 5 years, he amassed over 6,600 all-purpose yards, managed to get 60 total touchdowns, and have a yards per carry of 5.6, as well as having 17.9 yards per reception. And then getting 4 Pro Bowls and 4 All-Pros in those seasons. And, he did play, and that's, again, in 12 game seasons, which is absolutely insane. So if you put that into a per 16 game perspective, that's over 1,700 all-purpose yards and 16 total touchdowns a season. Averaging a touchdown a game is a pretty crazy stat itself. He was, again, undershadowed by some very dominant players in that era. Jim Brown being one of them. In his first 6 seasons alone, he managed to get 5 Pro Bowls and 4 All Pros. So just that was his most dominant tenure, was when he first joined the league. 6 seasons with over 400 rushing and receiving yards. And that's just at least. He's had seasons with, almost 900 rushing or around 900 receiving and still reaching that 400 for the other category mark. And he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1975. I don't know how he wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer, for real. I mean, he was just so dominant. Just like Jim Brown. Literally has more, or should I say, almost as much total touchdowns as Jim Brown has. And almost has as much all-purpose yards as Jim Brown does rushing. So I don't understand how he wasn't a first-ballot Hall of Famer. And good thing to know, he's also still alive, 87 years old and strong. He probably still could get, at least 400 yards, a game, easily at this age. So that's just that. Now, obviously, in this era, in a pass-happy league, there's a lot of more players that play like the flex position. Christian McCaffrey was one of the players who was one of 3 to get 1,000 rushing and 1,000 receiving in the same season with Roger Craig and Marshall Faulk. Obviously, he didn't play a lot this season due to injuries, so that's tough. Alvin Kamara, though, drafted in 2017 and getting Offensive Rookie of the Year that year, making the Pro Bowl all 4 years since he got drafted. The best flex position player in the league. Got a career high in touchdowns, obviously getting that 6 touchdown game, which was also an NFL record, getting career high in all-purpose touchdowns for the season and all-purpose yards. So, he's just been balling out. Almost got 1,000 yards, but he did miss a game. So, he could have gotten it if he played that last one. But Lenny Moore paved the way for this position. That's all there really is to it. Now, if you did like this video, make sure to hit that like button down below. Comment down below videos or ideas for me to make videos on. Everything is appreciated. And if you are new, hit that subscribe button. We are at 37 subs. Let's get to 40 by tonight. Anyways, guys, I appreciate the support and all, And thanks for watching.